I could talk about anything, but today I want to talk about, oh wait, this is entry number, you'll see it on the screen, but today I want to talk about tapping in, tuning into your frequency, what that looks like, what it means, yada yada yada. But yeah, if you're watching this, don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you like what I'm saying, because it's the truth. Well, it's my truth. But tapping into your frequency, everything vibrates. Physics, hello? If you took physics or you didn't take physics, you hated it, you loved it, doesn't matter, but physics has a lot of, it's rooted in reality. Everything vibrates, everything resonates at a specific frequency. We're all moving, vibrating all the time. For the most part, things are moving all the time and flowing. And tapping into your frequency is when you get yourself in a vibration where everything just feels good to you. You know what I mean? You know when you get some good news that actually means something to you, it makes you feel good. That's how you lift your vibrations. You know what I mean? When something matters to you and it goes well, it raises your vibrations and your frequency starts to resonate. Things start to, it feels like things are moving and things are flowing in your favor, and that's beautiful. But we cannot deny the fact that we all have things that we care about, we don't care about, that make us smile, that make us sad, and those are specific to us and our frequency. So that's what I feel like our frequency is. But how to tap into it and tune into it, especially when you feel like you don't know. You're like, I don't know where I'm going, I don't know what I like, I don't know what I want. The way to start with that is to start with what you don't want. It's easy to root out what you don't want, what you don't like. Those things, it's easy to acknowledge what you don't want, what you don't like. And it's also easy to attract that as well. So in this process of cutting out what you don't want or acknowledging what you don't want, you will invite more space for what you do want. So if you feel like you're lost and you don't know where you're going, you don't have a path, you don't have a purpose or a passion, hold on, you do. You just haven't tapped into your frequency enough to know or to feel rooted in your purpose, because you do. Everyone does. So I'm gonna go about a few ways to tap into your frequency, and I have my phone with my little notes right here because I kind of want to keep it on par with what I'm talking about. Still flowy, but get to the points. I feel like one way to tap into your frequency is to express gratitude. You're probably gonna hear me say that all the time, but gratitude is literally the attitude. It allows you to grow. Without gratitude, there is no growth. You have to sit with where you are to get to where you want to be. Make some changes, make some things, but the way to tap into your frequency is to be saying thank you. Thank you for holding the door open. Thank you to the sun every morning for coming up. Thank you for the breath that you breathe, because some people did not wake up this morning, and that is not fun. I mean, today the queen died, so there's an example. But some people don't even have the opportunity to be where you are right now. You're watching this video, you probably have internet, probably have a phone, iPad, laptop, whatever. There is plenty of things to be grateful for, so don't even try. Let's say 3 things we're grateful for. Ready, go. I thought you were going first. Put it in the comments down below. But 3 things I'm grateful for. I used to do this every morning with my friends. 3 things I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for oh my gosh, this is hard. Why did I ask myself this question? The things I'm grateful for is I'm grateful for the breath that fills my lungs when I wake up. I am grateful for preparation. I'm grateful for the ability to prepare for opportunity. And I am grateful for the support that I have around me. From you, to myself, to the friends, to the family, I am grateful for all of those things. But let's continue. The second thing when it comes to tapping into your frequency is love. Not just showing love to other people, but to yourself. To yourself, because that's really where it matters. In order to tap into your frequency, you can't be beating up, I don't like that word. You want to start to eradicate talking negatively about yourself to yourself, whether it's out loud, in your mind, whether it's you're posting or tweeting about yourself in a negative manner. you gotta do less of that. Do less of that, because the more you're spewing those thoughts, the more they grow. Whatever you water grows. You sow the seed, a positive seed, it's gonna flourish. I was reading in, I think it was this book. I have it right here. I'm reading this book right now. It's called Letting Go, The Pathway to Surrender by David Hawkins. I finally have a book on hand next to me during the video, but during the video it talked about how some people vibrate so high, like they're in such a great energy state, flow state, that they rarely get sick, or if there's an epidemic or a pandemic, they might be the ones that never catch it. And I had to sit there and I was just like, wow. And it's true. Like, it is true. There are some people in these epidemics or pandemics that don't catch the diseases. And a lot of diseases are rooted in how we think and what we feel about ourselves. If you like do some research, there's a lot of explanations as to why certain people have like autoimmune diseases and stuff like that. And don't take my word for it, look into it if you want to, but how we treat ourselves internally reflects externally. So if I feel like I look this down the third, maybe some more bumps will start popping up on my face. If I keep telling myself I'm this, I'm gonna start to become this. What do you want to become? What do you want to be? How do you want to feel about yourself? How do other people see you? And do they see something that you don't? Why don't you see that? What's the bridge between the two? And I guarantee it to you how you talk to yourself. So start showing yourself a little more love. A great exercise to do, go ahead, get out a piece of paper, get on your phone, go to your notes, and write a list of all the things that you admire about yourself. You can make a list of things that people admire about you, and then things that you admire about yourself, and compare the difference and see what is the true difference. Is one list longer than the other? Why is that so? Do you find that one list has more because things are untrue? What's the difference? How you see yourself reflects on your world around you, reflects on your mental state. It's all up to you and your mind. It's all up to you and your mind. So to tap into your frequency, you gotta tap into your mind, into your heart. Start speaking on your desires in a positive way and doing the little things that make you happier about yourself. Maybe you've always wanted to be a great artist. You tell yourself, you wake up every morning, I'm such a great artist, like look at that. And your first drawing looks crazy, but I've seen so many talented artists that maybe didn't always have the talent growing up, but they practice and they tell themselves, you know, that I'm gonna get better, I'm gonna get better, I'm getting better, until they're selling prints and they're making a living off of what was once scribbles. That can be you too. That can be you too. Start talking to yourself in a positive way. And one thing that I do, you might think it's kind of funny, but when I catch myself comparing myself to someone or negative self-talk, I will say stop out loud. I'll say stop. Like I'm talking to a ghost, I'll be like, stop, no. Because that person didn't do anything to me to be treated this way in my mind. In my mind, so I say stop. And if I got to, you know, mute someone on socials until I'm in a better mental state to really see them, don't be harming your, oh, like don't either. Try not to succumb yourself to self-harm, especially in the digital age, when you don't have to. Whatever you pull up on your screen, what you're consuming is what's feeding you. Just like what you eat when you poop, you see it come out. What do you want? What's gonna nourish your body? What's gonna nourish your mind? What's gonna nourish your soul? Is it this video? What's gonna make you feel better about yourself? And not tapping into only the things that make you feel good about yourself, because that's too much of anything is a bad thing. You don't want to be too indulgent. You do want to be challenged every now and again, but are you challenging yourself every single day? Every time you go on this app or you open this book, it reminds you of how much of a failure you feel like? but you're not, you want to monitor your growth, not measure it. The numbers, the stuff you see, what you see can affect how you feel. You know that. So be conscious about what you are putting in your body, what you are watching, what you are listening to. And the best way to help you uplift yourself is to tune into the frequencies around you as well. Because those ones could be stopping you from vibrating higher, or it could be lowering your vibrations. You ever been around somebody that like made you feel bad? You're like, I don't even know, but like, it just feels weird around them, or like they just don't give me good energy. That's your body like rejecting lower vibrations, like, hey, nah, you need to back up, you're too high for them. Because those type of people are most definitely going to feel your good energy and be like, let me get a drink of that. Like, that's what it's gonna be. So you really have to look at yourself to tap into your frequency, tap into you and the frequencies around you. Who's around you, your circle? Who are you talking to every day, every week? If it's just you, okay, that's a little easier. But I doubt it's just you. I doubt it's just you. So really start to pay attention. Are there any decisions that you feel like you've been not acting on because of fear? Because you're scared to let this person go? Or because you're scared to make this move because you're afraid of what it looks like? Because that could also be taking up some of your energy and challenging your true frequency. Your true frequency, because you want to do this, but something is stopping you. So long it stops you, it's going to keep lowering your it's going to keep lowering your vibration. And you want to be high vibrational. Who doesn't want to be? Who doesn't want to feel good? Feel good about themselves and around other people. Because when you start to be around people who are high vibrational, who, you know, who make you feel better about yourself because they feel great about themselves, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, like, where has this been my whole life? So really start to pay attention to the things that you might miss because you're so wrapped up in your head. You're so wrapped up in how you feel about yourself. Try and be more present. If thoughts come up, let them come up. Let them come up. You don't always have to fight them. You don't always have to say stop, but when you hear these thoughts, when you hear these thoughts, think about why. Like, question why. Michael Jackson said, why? Tell him that it's human nature. Like, ask those questions for a reason. Because most people are walking around not asking why. Not questioning anything, just doing. And that makes them a zombie. Do you want to be a zombie or no? Like, yes or no? You want to be a zombie? You want to just be doing and never thinking about like the why you're doing it? Because when you have a reason why, that helps us to live. The last thing I will say to help to tap into your frequency is to spend some time with self. Whether it's meditating, breathing, praying, spend some time decompressing. No screens, no nothing, just you. Spend some time in nature. Spend some time just listening, just being. As humans, that's something we don't really do. We don't just be. We do a lot until we die, but we don't just be. Because if someone told you that today was your last day or tomorrow is your last day, would you spend today arguing with your loved one? Would you spend today sitting in your bed depressed? Would you spend today going outside and enjoying the sunshine and drinking your favorite drink? How would you spend your day? So to tap into your frequency, spend some time with yourself. Notice how you feel about yourself, how you talk about yourself, who's around you, and express some more gratitude. Because there's a reason. There's a reason for the highs, there's a reason for the lows. And every peak has a valley, and every valley has a peak. We're not always going to feel the same all the time, but we want to be conscious of what might be harming our frequencies, what might be challenging us and lowering us for possibly no reason. Sometimes you're succumbing yourself to learn another lesson that you've learned 30 times, and you're like, why is this happening? Pay attention. Notice some of the little things, the birds chirping, So I hope this inspires you, brings something to you. But I'm gonna let y'all go until the next entry. Peace and love. I'm out of here.